Good morning and a warm greetings of the new day to all the dear children of God. For today's meditation, I would like to read from the Gospel of John, chapter 17, verse 21 from the New Revised Standard Version. Jesus says, "That they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me." Dear friends, this passage is a farewell disclosure of Jesus in John's Gospel. It is famously known as the High Priestly Prayer and also sometimes a prayer for Christian unity. This prayer is a prayer of Jesus in community and in solitude with the disciples. And broadly considered, it can be a prayer of Jesus in community and in solitude to the whole humankind. When we overview Johannine thoughts from this gospel, he seems to emphasize on this oneness throughout the gospel as Jesus being one with God and disciple one with him. It nearly goes for 6 times that he uses oneness in the gospel. Jesus here tries to expose the relation between him and God as a divine unity. The statement that they all may be one shows us that the divine unity is not a closed unity. Moltmann beautifully puts it as it is a wide open, inviting, and integrating unity. God's call for unity is a wide open, inviting, and integrating unity. So, then, what is meant by oneness in Christ? The word one in Hebrew, which is called as echad, in Greek, eis, mia, and em, or maybe in English, gives different kinds of significance. And these significance need to be worked out in and through our lives in this world that God loved most. Firstly, one signifies meaningless. On September 27, 1947, the members from Anglican Church, London Mission Society, Wesleyan Methodist, the American Board of Madura Mission, Dutch Reformed Churches in Orchard, Basil Mission Church combined to form the Church of South India. And their motto after their formation was this statement from the High Priestly Prayer saying, "That they all may be one." We all are of differences. Creation itself has differences. We need to realize that the God's creation is in itself has various differences and God descended to unite us. Plurality is the whole nature of God's creation. So there is no one gender, one sexuality, one race, one caste, one person, one community, one faith, or one religion that is said to be prominent or important. It is one gender means many genders together. One sexuality means many sexualities together. One race means many races together. One caste means many castes together, and goes so on. So we all abide with the manyness in everything and we are called to be one. So then, one means manyness. Secondly, one signifies in one anotherness. One signifies in one anotherness. When Jesus exhibits his union with God, we see the intimacy. He says, "God, as you are in me and I in you." The Trinity provides a model to which human community should correspond to. In one another is the truth that Jesus says, He in God and God in Him. So this "in" means in love. And that is the whole gospel of Jesus. The whole gospel of Jesus is built upon this divine love. And he passes on that commandment, saying, "It's a new commandment for you," in John chapter 13:34, saying, "You love one another as I loved you." So, in one another is the most intimate for a relationship. When we say that we relate to so and so people, we should be in one another to be intimate. So, mutual indwelling of the person is that we dwell in each other, sharing joy and pain, emphasizing them, and stand in solidarity for others. So, in one another also means us thinking for others, thinking in the place of others. When Jesus descended from heaven, he took the mission of God and came. So he thought what God thought. He wanted to do what God wanted to do. So hence, one means in one anotherness. And finally, one signifies uniqueness. One signifies uniqueness. In Hebrew, we have echad, which means only one, which also means individualism. So we are not taking it as an opposite of collectivism, but instead what individual does in a collective society. Each one are different and in each one are different and individual, and yet we need to be combined. Though we have uniquenesses in us, though our thoughts don't match with others, our uniquenesses blend towards the unitedness. Uniqueness blends towards the unitedness. Moltmann defines it as this special, unmixed, and undivided community of one and the other, which entails community without uniformity and personhood without individualism. So we are called to form a community without uniformity and a personhood without individualism. Individual thought must come in a view that what is that I do to change the world? Not that I take interest in my own family, in my own circle, in my own comfort zone. Rather, individually, what I do to create a community without uniformity and a personhood without individualism. So, it is the discipleship of an individual towards unifying the society. We need to think that we are the only one who can bring the change to the world. Instead of thinking that we only are the high important role in the society, we need to think that we are the only one who can bring change in the society. So, dear children of God, Jesus descended as human on earth. He descended with the divine love on earth. He dragged the glorious divinity on earth for humankind. When God Himself identified God's self among us, the mere humans, who are we to make and show differences? Our theology is that divine community as formed by participating in the human community. When we individually sit and pray and individually have a devotion and we say that we are in the community of the divine, it is not complete. Our theology is that the divine community is formed by our participation in the human community. That's what Thomas says, that humanization is salvation. So we are the lights of the world reflecting the oneness of God. Oneness is the manyness in one anotherness and uniqueness. The Son's mission is to include humans in the divine love, creates the loving community of disciples of Jesus, and thereby reaches the world. Let us take up the Son's mission to unite the world so that they all may be one, so that we all may be one. Amen.